biggest stage in sports. It's the Jaguars going up against the Chargers.
All right, Larry, it will be the home for NFL football until 2020 as you get a look inside the Intimate StubHub Center here in Carson. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return this time will go out. To the 42-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run. The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean. They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now Beathard. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon, and this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards. Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Yeldon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Not much happening there on first down. Thought there might have been a hole for a split second. Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now it's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jameis to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd down following the run. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 15-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Shedding through the defense. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Halfback sent in motion. Back to throw Beathard. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one results in 35 yards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
To throw is Beathard. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Frank Clark from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Beathard. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Williams, a man in motion right. To throw is Beathard. Man open left side, it's Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll throw here. Beathard being chased out left. He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And he puts it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And now out come the Jags. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background. And
he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. First down, Winston. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, here's Yeldon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Jameis now on first down. And this one's incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Winston to throw it this time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And some space here. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dive. A dive, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. No. Here we go. Got three down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Beathard to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Winston. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On third down, Winston. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down, Winston. It's caught, Lockett. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the red zone now, Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. They'll throw again. Winston. And he rifles one incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Chargers getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Beathard to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
In motion left comes Williams. Now back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And now a first down following that long gain.
No, check. Patriot. Gun. Here we go. Leopard.
And now they'll run it here off tackle. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon. And right now, they're almost lifeless.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Chargers on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They begin with a run by Yeldon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now Jameis on second down. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. And now here is another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Run.
10 yards still left on second down. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Davis, 35 yards. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now a handoff to Yeldon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a second down throw for Winston. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. To the air again with Winston. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it second and goal. From the 4, it's second and goal. Now TJ Yeldon, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. TJ Yeldon stops short, and the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And tough starting field position here. On the carry, it's Olawale, and he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the carry, it's Davis. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Chargers on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's the backup, Rivers. Dancing, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Drew Kaiser now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Jameis again. And he's got it. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight